So as promised, we are gonna jump into some stuff here regarding streaming. 'Cause about a year ago, I started this whole endeavor, and I had absolutely no help, none whatsoever. Hold on, before I get into this, let me go ahead and switch some things up real quick. So I'm going to activate my cloaking device. And I am going to switch my outfits here. But I guess I can tell you guys. So basically, when I first started this whole thing into VTubing, I had absolutely zero resources to speak of. Like, no real idea of where to start, what I was gonna do as far as my actual stream, what kind of content I was gonna produce, any of that. Yep, there's the new outfit for you. But yeah, I literally just one day put together a model and was like, all right, this is good enough, and hit live, and just kind of been doing it ever since. Had all kinds of ups, downs, and that kind of stuff. And the thought occurred to me, I was like, what if somebody were to put together kind of a series on how to get started in VTubing and then streaming, just streaming in general, really. Alright, and I think I should be able to. So I decided to be that positive change in the world and do this one for you for free. Oh, thank you. You haven't even seen the best part yet. All right, let me get my hand cams back on here, and I'll show you the best part.
Daddy.
Hold on, folks. Please save your applause and the panty throwing for just a moment here. Turn on the hands real quick here and show you the best part of this avatar. Alright. Ultra leap tracking. There we go. Turn on my leap motion tracking. See that right there? Got the sleeves rolled up. And the ring. And the ring hand. So I'm ready for business here. Alright, let me see if I can get my old clip to work. It's a little bit schmelted at the moment. Yeah, okay. So... Hey, stop throwing stuff in here. It's class time. Alright, let's go ahead and, as a matter of fact, we'll jump over to the classroom here. So yeah, we got all of our stuff here. So, yeah, you threw a duck. Close enough, though. Anyway, so I decided I was going to start doing some stuff as far as tutorials, that kind of thing, to show people how easy it is and how accessible it is to... Are you serious, Al? Al, you're this close. You're closer than 5 and 6 from going to detention, and that's about how long you're going to be there in years. Alright, that's it. That's it. You're going to have to stay for detention now, buddy. Alright. But anyway, like I was saying, I decided I was going to put something together to help people who are getting into VTubing and kind of dispel this notion that you need a buttload of money to do it. Because honestly, I'm doing it with, I think, a grand total laid in of maybe $300, no, I think right now probably about $500 total is what I've spent, and that's just been on graphics cards, the Leap Motion Tracker, and like a couple of games. And no, Half, I'm not going to put you in the corner. Know me? Know me? Are you gonna have to stay after school too? Yep. Time to bring up the laptop. All right. So yeah, that is an important point. So first thing I wanted to start with today is your concept. As a matter of fact, do I have something here? I thought I had text GDI plus. Alright, edits. Okay. And let's see. Ooh, I can select font. Do I have a chalkboard font? Okay, so you definitely want to. Ah, that's good enough. Okay, so boom, concept, lesson 1. So first thing is, what do you want your stream to be? Like, are you gonna do primarily just gaming? If so, what type of games are you gonna do? That's an important thing on drawing an audience, that kind of stuff, to be successful. For example, with most of my streams, I focus primarily on first-person shooter games, that kind of stuff, and with those, you get a lot of different subgenres. I've kind of fallen into the Bethesda and some of the twitchy shooter trap games too, which, you know, is alright. I like to mix it up with Minecraft and other games every now and again. But yeah, just kind of think. Who's bonking? Al, again? But yeah, I like to kind of think about what I'm gonna do. Like, the look, the feel of the stream is very important as well too, which again falls into your concept. Starting out, like I said, I grabbed an avatar, had no clue. Yeah. Thank you, Jones. You definitely want to be teacher's pet, huh? I see you there. But yeah, definitely, like, take some time, just kind of sit and think about what you want your stream to be, what you want it to look like, and, you know, what kind of vibe you want to harbor, because that's gonna definitely play a lot into what you're gonna do. Hey, senpai. Yeah, I'm alright, you know? we're just going over some stuff here for how to be a successful streamer, and this stuff I want to kind of keep adjacent to. I want to keep, you know, it's going to be Twitch adjacent, but it'll be for just about any streaming platform that you want to be on, be it Twitch, be it Kick, be it YouTube, wherever. But yeah, definitely come up with a concept, take some time, and it's alright if you decide midway through, you know, I don't like the look of this or whatever, I'm going to change my direction. That's perfectly fine. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm going to tell y'all a secret here real quick. I actually chose Time Lord because I didn't know if I wanted to stick with my model initially. I was gonna think, I could change my model up and just write it off as part of the lore. Brilliant. But anyway, so yeah, take some time, and you don't need a very expensive setup for setting up your model or whatever if you're gonna be a VTuber. There's a lot of ways you can go around it. I know a lot of people who simply will either get a PNG made or commissioned. Oh, they're yeeting out here. Who are you yeeting now? Oh, yeah. Exactly. See? Jones gets it. Oh, absolutely not. This is free. Like, all of my avatars have been free. All of them have been ones that I've made with assets that were either already in Vroid Studio or ones that I found on Booth. Like, the base for this current model, I found through a lady called Beef Ice Cream on there. and I just did some tweaks and stuff, added facial hair, the kiss marks, the glasses, that kind of stuff, and sis boom ba. Yeah, there's even a VRoid Studio mobile app if you're on phone, and if you're primarily on phone and you want to kind of mess around and see what kind of stuff you can get on there. It's not as in depth as VRoid on desktop, obviously, but it's a good way to kind of get the ball rolling if you want something quick and dirty. Like, say, do y'all want to see my first model? Oh, beef ice cream, beef with an F. Let me see if I can get back into my old Pixiv. Yes. Alright, so let me go ahead and try to getting that pulled up right now. But yeah, I literally, like, on my way over to the cancer center for my first round of treatments, I pulled this together because I was like, man, I'm going to be sitting here with nothing to do for 3+ months. I need to have something. I need to have something to do. There, but here it is. Right here. This is Bando version 1. Can you turn around, you goof? But yeah, he doesn't have the dreadlocks or the elf ears or any of that. Very kind of cut dry. Yes. This one I made on my phone. Literally using VRoid Studio. But yeah, aside from that one, I've got, this is I've got 2 other ones that are sitting. Let me see if I reload it, if he'll play nice and you can get a full-on face shot. But yeah, this is the Christmas one that I did. Never really got to use it, just because it was, the internet over there was crap. What are you saying there, Half? Have I, has Father Time and all that finally gotten to me? Have I gotten that old now that, has the world brought me down that much that you can see it in my face? Yeah. So that was the first model I ever made, and it cost me absolutely nothing. You can more weathered and crushed. True. I try not to let that get to me on stream though. It is the hardest part of this. I will say that. Yeah, that was supposed to be me in a younger time. I mean, honestly, the avatar you have now is like literally IRL me from probably, I'd say, circa 2000 and I want to say 2008, 2009. Back when I had these luscious locks. But yeah, you can get a PNG, simple as that. Like a flat 2D picture, load it into Fujitech, and there you go, off and running. Congratulations, you're a PNG tuber. And VRoid Studio, free, absolutely free. You can pay for models and that kind of stuff and the different assets, but like what I have on right now, here, let me show you. Let me go ahead and switch scenes here real quick, and I will show you the drip in its fullest. So, this is literally the full drip here. Let me zoom out enough to give you a look-see here. Or is it? No, I think it's Alt and... Or is it Control? One of... But yeah, you can see got the white rocking the white slacks and that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can find furry models. See, this is why I have a full-on maid service. They keep it clean for me. But then again, they're also the reason why my pants usually stay pretty dirty. Heyo. But I do also have Scotchgard. That is a godsend from the future. But yeah, so absolutely zero cost, and you can find furry ones. I will say 3D versus 2D, you're going to be a little bit more limited on what you can do with the 3D model versus the 2D models. There are some artists out there who are very, very talented who can do some amazing, amazing work if you want something well off the beaten path for a 3D. But with that, be aware you're going to have to pony up a little bit extra cash. Like that one is one I know in particular. I think her name is pronounced Sugiyo. She's a Goblin VTuber. She does a lot of work in Unity and that kind of stuff, which is amazing. Like she does the booba physics, the butt physics, all that stuff. I'm one of them, of course. I thought my mom looks like I traced an action figure. Hey, if it works, it works. Like, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything is a derivative work. So, you know, as long as you make it legally distinct enough, they can't come after you. But yeah, it's one of those things you definitely want to take some time to sit down and really think about how you want to do. It's going to help alleviate a lot of the problems going forward. That way you can, once you have that clear concept, you can go right in, start gathering the assets, that kind of stuff that you need. Which brings me to my next topic here. Resources. So with this, you're going to have certain requirements. There are certain things that you are going to have to absolutely have to stream and that kind of stuff. So you gotta take a good look at the things that you have currently available to you. You know, what kind of laptop do you have? What kind of internet connection are you using? You know, do you have? If you don't have a laptop, you know, do you want to stream from like your console, your PlayStation, Xbox, that kind of stuff? Those are things that are viable in the short run. Granted, it's going to be a little bit more of a limited experience for the viewership, but over time you can, you know, save up, build towards those, that kind of thing.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, Al, the emotional damage. I know. Sometimes you don't have internet in some places, so you're gonna have to work on other aspects of making your streams successful. One of the big things that happened with me when I was in the hospital was that the internet there was hot garbo. Like, I could stay connected maybe 15, 20 minutes tops before it crapped out. And I'm not talking about being on Wi-Fi or anything like that, no. I'm talking about I brought Ethernet cable, all kinds of other stuff with me. I had surge protector, all that jazz, because I wasn't going to chance it. And the room had it. It was funny. The nurses watching me and my family get settled in there, they were like, what is he doing? And I brought my 3D printer too, just in case, you know. And I'm like, I'm going to be here for a couple months, so I want to make sure that I'm comfortable and I've got all of my things. And as it turned out, you know, I really couldn't be on the internet that hardcore pulling for data and that kind of stuff. So what I ended up doing was I would just go on Twitter, you know, make little funny tweets, you know, that kind of stuff, haha, do some researching and all that to make sure that I had like a firm grasp. So when I got back home, I got somewhere where there was stable internet, I could really start in earnest. And It's really good. It's 3:30 a.m. Needs sleep. Keep up good work, my dude. All right, no problem, man. You go ahead, and I will give you a early hall pass here. This will also be getting put up on YouTube. I'm gonna take and slice it down, edit it up, that kind of stuff. Hopefully, make it into no more than 20 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, just kind of take stock of your resources. Like I said, you don't need a whole lot of money to start in streaming. You just need to have the basics. Most folks, you'll have a computer and a webcam, which is good enough to start. Which is absolutely good enough to start. You can, and I mean, if you want, you can invest in mic, headset. I've got like a super cheapy headset that I've been using since like 2017. And it's still kicking. It's a Logitech of all things, and I've done, bits and pieces here to kind of upgrade it. Like I put a windsock on it to kind of cut down on the noise reduction, to cut down on noise, that kind of stuff. I do have some things on my throne, hint hint, that would be nice to have, and my birthday is coming up here soon, so, help a brother out. Alright, enough of the plugs. But yeah, just kind of take stock of the things that you have around right now for a starting point. And then if it's not what you want, or if it's not adequate enough, start setting money aside to upgrade. I like to use the 75, 15, 10 rule. I take 75% of what my income is, and that's the maximum amount that I can spend on bills, utilities, that kind of stuff. So I have to live within that means. The 10% is for my savings. That is the minimum that I put into there. And I think it's socials with an S. I really got to get a commands list in there, but why isn't the link popping up? Yep, the bot's being weird again. There it is. Thank you, Stream Elements. But yeah, there's all my social links there if you want to go check it out. My throne's on there as well. I think I made a Twitter post about it last night. But anyway, you can kind of like just take a look at some of the stuff that you've got around, webcams, microphones. A lot of laptops have a built-in mic. It may not be the best, but work with what you got. Definitely do recordings. And then as far as the software that you're going to use to broadcast with, OBS or Streamlabs OBS are the two that everybody goes with. Personally, I like OBS because you can get down into the minutia and mess with it. Streamlabs OBS is a little bit easier to use. You can get like pre-rendered stuff put in, whereas with OBS, a lot of times you have to do some do-it-yourself stuff, but it is super easy to do. Like, here, let me go ahead and throw up, see, do you maybe have this information written, general points and such? Oh yeah, Nomi, I've got a whole thing on the Discord, which if you go into the link tree there, it's there. There's a link for my Discord. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and drop you a hot one right now. Let's see. Copy, and I'll go ahead and drop that right now into the chat for you. I have a lot of videos and stuff linked on there, which are things that I'm drawing from. So yeah, if you want to join the Discord, there's the Twitch tips and progress, as well as videos, resources, that kind of stuff that I've got in there as well. Things I've kind of had just sitting there, now I get to use them. But the other thing I was going to say too, in regards to resources, is like I said, you don't need a whole lot of money to do any of this. And there are everything I post is free or pretty close to free. Like the stream avatar, there are some things that I paid for, of course, just because I think it definitely brings value to the channel. The stream avatars that you guys see running around in front of the screen and stuff, that one I paid 15 bucks for on Steam, and I feel like it's brought a hell of a lot of value to the stream, because y'all get to see yourselves just bopping around, doing the fights, that kind of stuff. And folks have commented on it. The Pokemon community game that I have in the chat, that's a freebie. And oh, another resource that's free, Discord. You have an entire social media platform, basically, that you can build from the ground up incredibly easily. And there's bunches of tutorials and stuff there too. And there's also ones on YouTube and that kind of stuff. I'm just kind of adding to it since I know I've got my own kind of brand of communicating and that kind of stuff. And I feel like it helps with some people. But yeah, so take stock of your resources and kind of do your, and you know, find what you have available that'll work and what you want to do. And then for our last subject of the day, I want to talk a bit about research. A lot of times you're going to run into problems that no one has a solution for, or somebody does, it's just kind of hidden. So always do your research. YouTube is an excellent resource. Sometimes you'll get help from your peers, but that's usually only once you've hit a certain point as far as like followers and that kind of jazz. But you can always find resources on YouTube and various parts of the internet that'll help you out. And as far as troubleshooting certain things, I remember there was a while where my OBS was popping up with an error message, and I went through, and it took a while to figure out which plugin it was that was causing it, but once I got the plugin updated, it went away. I was able to broadcast just fine, and that kind of stuff. So it's not the end of the world if you get on stream and the first couple times something's crashing or things like that. Like I always say, okay, isn't Reddit a good place to research? Excellent question there, Senpai. I would say yes and no. With Reddit, I kind of am a little bit wary because it's not as strong of the filtering method on there as it is with, say, like YouTube, where people will downvote videos and you can like kind of scroll through the comments and see what people are saying about it. Which Reddit, they have the upvote downvote stuff, so you could use it if you wanted to, although I've been on Reddit before and gotten some bad advice and I'm just like, man. But yeah, always. And with like any research, be it, you know, into streaming, VTubing, or, you know, academia, consider your sources. Always want to look at the sources and check for biases. And if it's outdated too, because a lot of times you can come across stuff from 5-10 years ago that may no longer apply to whatever current version of OBS or Streamlabs OBS that you're using. Alright, so with that done, are there any questions, class? Alright, and if there's none in the chat, you can always leave those down in the comments on the video below. Alright, and that is that. Alright, so class dismissed.